Welcome to my class, student. It's class 8 English grammar. We are doing chapter 9, that is tenses, and this is session 1, and this is simple present. Simple present tense, it's very important to learn because with number, with person, verb changes its form. In present tense, we will have to use SES with simple singular subject, and we have to use very carefully, otherwise it will be considered wrong. Now, the present tense is a verb tense. It is also called the present simple or simple present tense. Depending on the person, the simple present tense is formed by using the root verb or by adding S or ES to the end. For example, with I, that is first person, it is am. With you, it is are, that is you is the second person. With you we use are. With third person, whenever there is a root verb we use SES, and with plural we use the root verb, just as you are seeing they and we are plural and we are using only the root verb. We are not using SES. It's mainly used in the following ways: to describe things that are currently happening or that are currently or always the case. Simple present tense, when we use the simple present tense when you say something that are currently happening or that is always the case, that always happens. I love chocolate ice cream. I love chocolate ice cream. It always happens. So this is my simple present tense. I will have to say this. Some birds eat worms and insects, and this is also, here it's a singular form, here it is a plural form. So some birds eat worms and insects, this is a case, always the case, it happens, it is a fact. So it is in simple present tense we will write. To talk about something that exists or happens regularly, your habit, your habitual activities. She goes out every Saturday night. Every Saturday night she goes out. Then you will have to write it in a simple present form. It always rains here in winter. So this is a train. It always rains here in winter. So you will have to write in a simple present form. See here, she is a third person. So with go we have used ES, and it is also a third person. So here with rain we have used S. So in present tense only, in simple present only, you will have to be very careful about adding SES with third person singular, because with the plural it is always the root verb. To refer to a future situation in certain cases and in some subordinate clauses. How? The bus arrives in London at 6 p.m. Though it is 2 o'clock, but I know the bus arrives at 6 p.m. So the future event I am saying in simple present tense, right? I'll make some coffee when you come. So the future activity I am saying you will come in future. That means you may come in the evening or at night or the next day, but I am assuring you I will make coffee when you come. So here again it's a simple present. To express habits, general truths, repeated actions or unchanging situations, emotions and wishes. I smoke. Anyone, but this should be I don't smoke. This is I don't smoke. This is you, this is habit. Or better you cut this. I read books. I read books. And this is my habit. This is my habit. I read books. I work in London. This is unchanging situation that I am writing in simple present. London is a large city. This is a general truth. So we are writing in a simple present form. Now, to give instructions or direction, you walk for 200 meters, then you turn left. So when we are saying someone some directions, so we use simple present. You is a second form, second person, so walk is a root form, and here you is a second person, so turn is a root form, root verb. To express fixed arrangements, present or future. When you are planning, when you are fixing some arrangements, whether it will be in present or future, so we use simple present tense. Your exam starts at 9 o'clock. Today at night I am saying to someone, a student, your exam starts at night, though the exams may be tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but I am saying, or I am giving the information in simple present tense. To express future time after some conjunction, for example, after, when, before, as soon as, until, so we use simple present. He will give it to you when you come next Saturday. When you come. So the future activity, so we are saying there in subordinate clause as a simple present. Now, how to form simple present? First person singular, you will, as I have said, with I, the root form. Second person singular, you with root form of verb. Third person singular, he, she, it, and you will have to use s, es according to the rule of writing that word. Here it's a right, so we have only added s. Now, first person plural, we, so it is again the root verb. Second person plural, you, again the root verb. Third person plural, again they, so it is the root verb. So the only learning or only attention is required in simple present singular form. Try to understand this. If you can understand where to write s or es, then you can learn it perfectly. You can never make any mistake in doing simple present tense. Now, for a few verbs, the third person singular ends with es. For example, which are the verbs which ends with o, ch, sh, the, double s, gh or z? We will have to use es instead of s. Now, in the third person singular, the verb always ends in s. He wants, he needs, he gives, she thinks. Here you are seeing only s is there. Now, negative and question form use does, right? And with the third person singular, and do with your plural, the infinitive of the verb. Say, he wants ice cream. Does he want strawberry? Right. And he does not want vanilla with the third person singular. For a few verbs, the third person singular ends with es instead of s. Typically, these are verbs which root form ends in o, ch, ss, th, ss, gh or z. Now, verbs ending in y, the third person changes the y to ies. See, you will have to learn the spellings. All the rules are not applicable in all the words. You will have to learn the spelling. But there are some rules that you can follow. So wherever you will get y, you will have to turn it into ies. So fly is flies, cry is cries. Exception, and if there is a vowel before the y, then you should not change it in ies. You will have to only add s. Vowel before the y. Here vowel a is here. So you have always put s only. You cannot change it in ies. That's why I am saying, please learn the spellings carefully. Now add es to verbs ending in double s, x, ss, cs. For example, he passes, double s is here. She catches, ch is here. He fixes, x is here. It pushes, sh is here. So whenever these words are there, you will have to write es. Now verb to be is irregular. Always remember. To be, am, is, are. So with first person you will have to write am. With second person singular you will have to write are. With third person he, she, it you will have to write is. And with first person plural you will have to write are. With second person plural you will have to write are. With third person plural also you need to write are. So only care, attention is required in simple present, first, second and third person singular. See here variation is only in first, second and third person singular. So you will have to be very careful, and in plural it's all the same. Now how to make negative? Do, does plus not plus root form of verb. We can also use the contraction don't or doesn't. Then following, that this is if there is any name, then if he or she, so you will have to write does not. And if it's a singular, and if her friends or we or you, so you will have to write do. With plural we write do, with singular we write does, and not must be there. Now to make the verb to be negative, the formula is to be plus not. I am not a pie lover. See, not. You aren't ready for your exam. So you are seeing how to make negative with to be plus not. Now how to ask a question? Do, does plus subject plus root form of verb. Very simple. Do, does, do with the plural, subject, then the subject and then the root form of verb. Do you know to bake how to bake a pie? See, do plus subject and then root form of verb. And then the question, it starts in this way. How much does Paul in love pie? Now, infinitive to ask, I, you, we, they. Ask and do not ask, right? He, she, it, ask, does not ask. With infinitive, if you want to use that present in simple present, so ask, do not ask. With that I, you, we or they, we use do. And with third person singular, we use does. So what have we learnt? We have learnt what is simple present tense, how it is used, how can you make negative, how can you make interrogative, and how these are used in your writing. Whenever you go through the chapters or any lesson, you will find numerous examples of simple present. You know where to use simple present. So go through the slide again and again. This is a very important session. Learn the thing, understand the thing and use it in your writing, and hope you will learn it very fast and very effectively. In the next class, we'll meet again. Thank you.